Hi guys, and welcome to another recipe, Keto Cooker with Ron today. Today we're going to be making a chicken cordon bleu today. This is a very easy recipe, but it just takes a little time to prep. I decided to do this as a voiceover because my noise apartment is just too noisy. So what you got going on here, guys, is I'm taking some paper towels and I'm just patting my chicken dry before I start prepping the chicken. So just follow me along and I'll talk over the video as I'm prepping everything. Now it's time to get the chicken ready. So now we're going to take a sharp knife. We're going to cut all the way through the chicken breast, and then we're going to take off the excess fat on top of the chicken. If your cutting board keeps moving around like that, I eventually found the method that you can take a damn piece of paper towel, put it underneath the cutting board, and then it won't move. Now that we have our chicken all ready and prepped here, why don't we go ahead and season it really well. I'm putting salt and pepper on it, everything all to taste. And over here I'm using the Redmond's Real Salt. It's absolutely one of my favorite salts. They have a lot of different varieties of salt to use. And I typically get most of my product on Amazon. If you ever watch Restaurant Impossible or some of those Food Network programs, it's very important to season your food very, very well before you start cooking it, because you only really have one chance to season it, and that's before you cook it. And again, don't be afraid to use the salt, as long as it's the good, healthy, clean salt, not that crap in the blue box, and I think you know what I'm talking about. And now it's time to add the cheese here. We're using ultra thin Swiss cheese from the Sargento company. So what you do is you're going to open up your packets of cheese, obviously. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the slices of cheese and roll up the chicken, and then this is the bacon that I'm going to be using. It's just regular store-bought bacon. Like I said before, at the end of the day, you get what you can afford and you do you. Don't judge my food and what I eat, please. And anyways, I'm going to be using some cooked ham, regular store-bought cooked ham. and it's I'm trying to keep the sodium down as low as I can there. And again, I'll be looking for better food choices as far as the more healthier meats. What do we got going on here? We're taking the Swiss cheese, separating it from the packages, and then placing it on top of the chicken, and I'm splitting the cheese in half there to make it fit. And then I'm going to take the ham and put the ham on top of the cheese. Then at that point I'll roll the chicken into a burrito, and then I'll wrap bacon around the chicken. And then when all these chickens are Cordon Bleus are done and wrapped up with the cheese and the bacon and the ham, I'm gonna pop those babies into the air fryer, and as we're going along, this should be really good. But this is the first time that I made this particular recipe. Now you can watch what I'm doing over here. I'm trying to roll it up and keeping it nice and tight as I can by rolling it up and rolling it up. My hands are clean, and this is the first time making this particular recipe. My wife absolutely loved this recipe. We never had this before, and I'm planning on making it again for future meals. It's a little bit of prep time, but it's really quite simple and easy to make once you get it all prepped up. And again, don't be afraid of using the air fryer, because I was at first. I was very intimidated by it, and I never thought I'd ever want an air fryer, but now I can't live without it. Again, I'm just rolling these up like a burrito. Then what I'm going to do, I believe I put toothpicks in these to hold everything together before I pop them into the air fryer. The air fryer, I preheated the air fryer for 5 minutes, and then I was ready to go. So now it's time to get the bacon and start wrapping the bacon up around the chicken. I think I ended up using pretty close to the entire package of bacon. What I ever had left over for bacon, what I ended up doing was I ended up frying it up into the air fryer after the chicken bacon wrap blues were done. And I always thought like blue is spelled B-L-U-E, but that's blue for the color blue. I guess the chicken blue is spelled a little bit different. It's got a backwards E-U or something like that. But anyways, I take a really lot of pride and dedication, enjoy what I'm doing, and I'm getting ready to go back to school, and I'm getting better and better at the recipe filming. Just follow me along. You can see how I'm wrapping up the bacon, and it didn't really take that long. Again, my hands are clean, and I probably at some point I should invest in a pair of food gloves, but and again, I get most of my product on Amazon. Apparently I thought I was going to need toothpicks, but I didn't because the bacon stayed on the chicken pretty well. So let's get this going in the air fryer. And then I preheated the air fryer at 400 for 5 minutes. And what's great about my particular air fryer is I have one of those timers where I can set it for 5 minutes. It's got like a preset, and you just put it on and it automatically heats it up at 350 for 5 minutes. And then once the air fryer is heated up, it just take the chicken and put it inside the air fryer. And I believe I might have used that early in the day. That's why it looks like it might be a little bit dirty. But I think it looks okay, so let's go ahead and just drop those right in and get those going. And now it's time to get the air fryer going. I got it set for 400 degrees, and then I'm going to set the temperature and the time. For time, I ended up doing about 30 minutes, I believe, but this is about the halfway point. And then when the chicken Cordon Bleus are done, I took a thermometer and I stuck it into the middle of the fattest point of the chicken, and then when it reached an internal temperature of 165, it's ready to eat. As you can see in this demonstration, I have the thermometer in here. This is one of these old-fashioned thermometers that I picked up some time ago. So there you have our final product, the chicken Cordon Bleu. Now this came out absolutely the best chicken meal I ever made in the air fryer, and I strongly suggest trying this recipe. Now, I don't remember where I got the recipe from, but I get most of my inspiration from a lot of those Food Network channels, and Rachel Ray, they all have them. So what I do is a lot of times I'll take all their recipes and I'll convert it over to low carb. Here I'm taking a knife and a fork and I'm cutting the chicken and seeing how it tastes. And as you can see, it's just cutting easy like butter. And if you look at the, I'm going to pick one up and show you in the demonstration. This almost kind of reminds me of a Chinese egg roll. And yeah, it just, the chicken and the bacon, everything tastes good with bacon. And the juices from the bacon that just flowed right into the chicken meat gave it a phenomenal flavor. And again, this was the very first time I ever made this recipe, and it certainly won't be my last. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And when I'm playing this video, it'll be playing as a premiere, and then on the replay of the video, I'll answer any questions that you might want to ask me about how I made this chicken and where I found it from. But all this information is in the timeline while I was talking into the video itself. But when it's playing as a premiere, I can answer the questions. So if you got anything to ask me, don't be afraid to ask. And no question is too dumb. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel. And be watching for more amazing recipes from Ron's Keto Cafe.